Hey, hey, Instagram, how are you? Hey, welcome. Hey, what's going on, Instagram? I haven't been on in 3 weeks. The fire in the Pacific Palisades really shook me up pretty good. Hey, welcome. And I just couldn't, I was shooting, content, going here or there, a little bit here, and, things like that. But I wasn't able to mentally go live like I'm doing now. And I said, I got to get back in the habit of going live. Hey, welcome to the broadcast. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And so I just basically got our things out of storage today, 3 weeks later. So I'm very thrilled about getting back into some form of normalcy. Grateful for that. I'm grateful that a couple of days ago, we had a huge rainstorm, a pour down. That's desperately what we needed, was a serious pour. Unfortunately, the Pacific Palisades basically burned to the ground, a whole city. Imagine a whole city that's burned to the ground, gone. And devastating. So we know people who've experienced losing their entire business, burnt to the ground, literally. We personally know people who've lost their beautiful, beautiful homes. And in that neighborhood, the homes are beautiful, really beautiful. The people are so kind, so loving, so generous, I lived in the Pacific Palisades many years ago. And that was like a happy place that I like to go to. My son filmed music videos there, just get great content, great restaurants, just atmosphere is so wonderful. It's just a wonderful place to live, a wonderful place to visit. And it's going to be years. Well, it's never going to look the same. These were multi-million dollar homes. Top of the line. It was like heaven on earth. Literally. Now, to watch it look like hell, to watch those flames, because where I live in Santa Monica, I was able to see the fires closer than I care to discuss. Like a good hour walk. I could be there in an hour. That's not a long walk. That's not a long way. That's just an hour of walking. That's how close I was to it. 1 mile from where I live, it was evacuation. To see the fires with my own eyes, smell it, experience the burning in my eyes from the ashes that blew all over where we are. Everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. The effect of needing to wear a mask again. Should we leave? Should we put our things in storage? Where do we go? What should we do? All of these zillion decisions trying to make. To experience that. And I'm like, woof. And what I really experienced, ladies and gentlemen, what I really learned from this experience to be in such a, like an inferno, like a rupture of a volcano, because we got a chance to go up high to a building to look down and see from a distance, obviously, all of the fires. I tell you, that was some, this is not a movie, this is like real life fires, like literally like a volcano eruption in an inferno. No exaggeration. Mind-blowing. Those photos that you see on TVs and film, that shit is really real. Really. You ain't gotta die to go to hell, because that literally looked like hell on earth. Literally. But what I really, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in Los Angeles and I'm talking about the fires that was happening here starting 3 weeks ago. I'm finally just not able to mentally, psychologically turn my camera on and broadcast live. Right before the fires, I was like, yay, I'm get back in the habit of broadcasting every day, because I have an online business. And I am very much so interested in helping people worldwide. The best way to do that is to broadcast, because people can be watching me from Asia, from Africa, from Australia, from all around the world. And the best and the most effective way is to be able to go live, to meet people like that. And just like that, with the fires happen, I couldn't even think about turning on a camera to talk to people. I'm too in shock. I don't know whether I'm coming or going. No joke. I didn't know whether I was coming or going. You know, God kept us safe, obviously. An enormous amount of praying. An enormous amount of other people praying for us. And witnessing. It's like being in a twilight zone. Knowing that the places that I used to live is no longer existing. The whole city, over 16,000 homes and apartments and businesses were affected. Yeah, maybe there's a little bit here, a little bit there that was spared. Thank God for the people that was spared. But it's more people that got burnt down than the ones who were saved, which is pretty wild. Because we had 85-mile wind. 85 miles an hour. You know how fast that is? Really fast. But what I really learned from, in the midst of the chaos, the fear, the stress, this is the time you would hope you have an online business. Because, remember I mentioned there's people who businesses is, my son worked a job that it's not there anymore. When he was 19 years old, hey, welcome to the broadcast. When he was 19 years old, he worked at this store, a skateboard store, you know, with clothes and skateboard, just really a high-end store. Well, guess what? It's gone. It's burned to the ground. It's like, dang, such a wonderful person who owned it, huge store, you know. My son has great memories working there. You know, we want to have an event there. That's how cool he was with the owner. She wanted my son's brand and for my son to have an event at her store in the Pacific Palisades. We've had parties at multi-million-dollar homes, big, huge backyards, live bands, and all that cool stuff. Experiencing it all. And to know that it's ashes now. And this is what ladies and gentlemen, this is what I really learned in the midst of the chaos, the flames, the fire, the evacuation, stay, don't go, leave, don't stay, just a psychological roller coaster. Even though your home is burnt to the ground, you still got to pay the mortgage. Even though your cars are burned to the ground, you still got to pay for that car note. Your disaster of losing everything, people are going to feel sorry for you, but at the end of the day, the banks still want you to pay for your loan, for your mortgage, for your rent, for your car note. They still want their money regardless of whether it's burnt to shreds. They still want their money every month. There's people, like I said, they don't have a business to go anymore. So what do? That's why I already knew it, but now I have a new appreciation, ladies and gentlemen, to have a home-based business. You want to have something online. It's good to have a store, a boutique, a restaurant. Yay. Absolutely. But you want to have something online just in case an emergency happens. Like people are dealing with in North Carolina or South Carolina, or North Carolina. They had the hurricanes, they're flooding. Ladies and gentlemen, you know things happen. You want to have something online also. So the show can go on. You can still make a living. You can still provide for your family. You can still afford to have money so you can afford to go and stay at a hotel or get an Airbnb somewhere where you don't have to go into a shelter because you have the money where you can get away. You may go for a shelter for the day, but the next day, now you can afford to go somewhere else because you got an online business. I'm telling you, I really have a new appreciation, like I said, of having a home-based business. For real. And I'm in digital marketing. I don't have to handle products. I don't have to handle inventory. You know, only inventory we dealt with, my son has a clothing line. And so we put those clothes into storage when we went, had to, what do we save? So those were some of the things that we saved. But you want to have an online business because as long as the internet is working, you can always do business. And a disaster where I'm at is where I'm at. Disasters is not everywhere. There's other people who, they're not in a disaster and they want to do business. They want to purchase. They want to shop. They want to be a part of what you got going on. They want to use your service, which is great because you would still be able to make a living. That's what's great, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's great. Knowing that, whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, life goes on. It's on to the next situation, the next disaster. People are going to stop talking about the fires and they're going to be talking about something else, another disaster. But like I said, what I've experienced, and if you have any questions, let me know. But what I experienced firsthand, have an online business. Just in case, because guess what? Just in case do be happening. I had no clue that the fires would start getting to the point where I need to start packing up and putting my things away in storage. Well, it did. It did happen. Am I going to be able to come back to where I live? Am I going to... It's what? Trying to get our game plan. How do we get the animals? We do this, do that. All of that stuff. I had to try to figure it out. And like I said, I haven't been able to mentally broadcast because I'm just too in my head of any second, you can't sleep, you can't stay awake. It was a real roller coaster. So I'm feeling like I'm calming down. I've calmed down. I'm not like I'm the fear is way up here. It's kind of like, okay. Why do I feel more confident now? Because we had a really, finally, yes, it's 2 weeks late after the fires, but Saturday and Sunday, we had a serious pour down rain and thunder. Yay! A lot of rain. And we desperately needed that rain. No kidding you. We desperately needed that rain. But now all of the properties is burnt. Tens of 16,000 homes, properties, apartments have been affected. Some were saved, most was not saved. Some business was saved, most business was not. Our personal friends, business gone. My son worked there at 19 years old. We were going to have a big event there. Well, that's over. That's not going to happen. It's burned to the ground. Gone. People we know, homes. We talking major homes. Gone. The place we lived there years ago in Pacific Palisades. It's gone. So, I wanted to just say, and here, this is one of the things, the fires that was in the parking lot where I live. When I saw this, I said, because the fires are still flying. I'm still watching the fire every day from my apartment. I tell you, that's some scary stuff. You can run, but you can't hide from fire. No. Fire is not to be played with. With 85 miles an hour wind? Yeah. So I'm just grateful that things are coming back together a little bit, slowly, and what I have going, like I said, this is my first time coming back on, it's time for me to get back in the swing of things. Let people know I'm alive. I would show pictures that we're dealing with the fires and stuff like that, but I haven't been able to go live. So I'm glad I did. And let me just do this. Thank you so much, TikTok. I will be back a little bit later. Bye. Thank you for joining. Hey, Instagram. Hey, Instagram. Thank you. Somewhere am I on here? Okay. So I'll be back on Instagram. Thank you. Thanks for all the prayers. Thanks for all the support. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Peace. Check out my website. Click the link in my bio and all that kind of good stuff. If you have any questions or anything like that, I'd be more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Have a good day. Bye. Peace.